Everybody, Scott Sachs with the Synergy Group. This week I'm standing outside of the collection here in the Central Business District of Friendship Heights, Chevy Chase, Maryland. Chevy Chase straddles both Maryland and the District of Columbia along Western Avenue. And Chevy Chase, unfortunately, is not named after the great actor of Caddyshack, Chevy Chase, but instead a terminology for a tract of land known as Chevy Chase that was donated from Lord Baltimore in 1725 to one of the great generals from one of those wars. We're going to walk you through what you need to know about Chevy Chase from a buyer's perspective, from a seller's perspective, to give you some of that insight so that you can make informed decisions whether you're relocating to the area or you just want to be more familiar with the area to make your buying decision easier. I'm standing outside of the shops at Wisconsin Avenue. This is right at the corner of Wisconsin and Western, again, right on the Maryland-DC line. This is kind of the central business district called Friendship Heights of Chevy Chase. This main strip here has shops, restaurants. As you can see behind me, this is the Friendship Heights Metro stop, which is Red Line Metro, which will take you all the way up to Shady Grove on this side and then does a U. Goes all the way down into DC, down through the central business district and the downtown area of DC, and then it goes up to the Glenmont station on the other side, which is in Silver Spring. This is a very convenient location that can get you down to Foggy Bottom or one of those markets in about 15 to 20 minutes. So this is a very popular area. Because of the metro accessibility and because of the shops and restaurants that are located here, including Capitol Grill, Bloomingdale's, Saks Fifth Avenue, you name it, this area has a denser capacity. So you see a lot of condo development, infill townhouse development, and apartment buildings. As you can see right behind us over here, they just tore down the old Lord & Taylor and they're building luxury apartments right on the site. It's a sign of the redevelopment play that's happening in Chevy Chase. Urban infill, higher density around public transit opportunities, and entertainment. We're standing here at the cross section of Military Road and Western. Military cuts across east to west across some of the residential sections of Chevy Chase, DC, while Western takes you up to Chevy Chase Circle off of Connecticut Avenue. This is a public transit hub both for buses and for metro access, so it's very easy to get around. And as I mentioned before, you can see behind me, this is a P.N. Hoffman development that was done about 10 years ago, but this is what you see as far as the asset class around the business district of Friendship Heights, where it is heavier density and luxury apartments and condos that you can expect to see. We're here at Chevy Chase Recreation Center, and what's really nice about Chevy Chase is they've done a really good job with kind of urban development in blending parks, green space, and the residential communities around it. Here at Chevy Chase Recreation Center, you've got upgraded ballparks, you've got tot lots, you've got water features, you've got playgrounds, and you even have tennis and basketball opportunities. This is a great place for families to gather for birthday parties. It's a great place to kick kids during the summertime, and it's a great place just to let your kids burn off that necessary energy after work. We're outside of Lafayette Elementary School in Chevy Chase, DC, and this is just one of several elementary schools in Chevy Chase that are very sought after. Chevy Chase is very well known for not only its convenience and amenities, for their educational system as well. Whether you're in Chevy Chase, DC or in Chevy Chase, Maryland, you can know that when you buy a house here, you're getting a good educational system for your kids. I'm outside 3421 Northampton Street in Upper Northwest Chevy Chase. This is a sought after neighborhood and location, one block from Lafayette, one block from Broad Branch Market. And this is your traditional Upper Northwest Chevy Chase neighborhood where you can expect either a teardown project like this, priced at almost $2.7 million, or your traditional 1940s, 1950s brick colonial construction homes that people have adapted over the years with bump out renovations, first floor additions, etc., to make their space their own after the years. Areas like this, again, this is going for $2.7 million, but you can find properties, a traditional colonial like the one next door here, starting at about 1.112 that needs some work, upwards of like 1.415, and then when you start getting into these larger projects where they've done significant renovations or expansions, you're seeing things over that $2 million mark. We are outside the Avalon Theater in Upper Northwest Chevy Chase on Connecticut Avenue, just south of Chevy Chase Circle, which is the dividing line between Maryland and DC for the town of Chevy Chase. This area is a commercialized corridor. There are restaurants, there's fast casual eating sections, there's a UPS store, anything that you might need. There's a pharmacy is on this corridor, and it's really convenient for those people who live in the single family neighborhoods here in Upper Northwest Chevy Chase, yet still remains walkable to Friendship Heights and the Metro as well. Makes this a very desirable area to be living in. We're here in the town of Chevy Chase. This is one of the most sought after neighborhoods on the Maryland side. North of Western, sandwiched between Wisconsin Avenue and Connecticut Avenue, still walking distance to Friendship Heights, Metro, shops, and restaurants. This area is defined by larger lots, as much as a half acre in some cases, and the price point here is $2 million, and the sky's the limit, based upon the lot size, the square footage of the home, and what they've done to the home to make it special. This area is defined by large wraparound porch Victorians, large brick colonials, very gorgeous, meticulously maintained homes, and a neighborhood that is very sought after by local residents. We're now in Martin's Addition. Martin's Addition is a neighborhood of Chevy Chase on the east side of Connecticut Avenue. More residential, not quite as walkable. There are a few shops and restaurants on Brookville Road. There's a great restaurant. There's a pharmacy slash convenience store as well for exactly that, convenience. But generally speaking, you will still see some larger lots here, not quite as big as those in town proper, but gorgeous homes as you can see here. Anything from Victorians to farmhouses to colonials, you'll find stylistically it's gorgeous. A lot of people will prefer this. You get a little bit more value, still excellent schools and close proximity to be able to commute into DC. This is Martin's Addition. At the Synergy Group of Compass, we are conveniently located in the heart of Chevy Chase, Maryland. Here we're outside of our offices that are located right at the collection on Wisconsin Avenue. For more information, feel free to contact us and we can guide you through the process of finding the home of your dreams.